the mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
Welcome to a special season of 5-minute biographies on the first 10 British Prime Ministers, while we wait for season 17 of the regular show to commence. Today, we bring you the 10th and final episode, Lord Frederick North. Lord Frederick North, commonly known as Lord North, was a pivotal figure in British politics during a turbulent period marked by the American Revolution. Born on the 13th of April 1732 in Albemarle Street, London, he was the eldest son of Francis North, 1st Earl of Guilford, and Lady Lucy Montagu. His aristocratic background and education at Eton College and Trinity College, Oxford, provided him with the intellectual and social grounding essential for his future political career. North's political career began in 1754 when he entered the House of Commons as the Member of Parliament for Banbury, a seat he would hold for the next 4 decades. His early career was characterized by a series of junior ministerial roles, where he demonstrated his administrative competence and steady political acumen. His rise within the government was facilitated by his alignment with the policies of the Duke of Newcastle, and later by his association with Lord Bute and George Grenville. North's most significant political role began in 1770, when he was appointed First Lord of the Treasury and Chancellor of the Exchequer, effectively becoming the Prime Minister. His tenure lasted until 1782 and was dominated by the American Revolution and its profound impact on British politics and society. North's administration faced the immense challenge of maintaining British control over the American colonies, amidst growing unrest and demands for independence. One of North's initial tasks was addressing the financial strains of the 7 Years' War. His government sought to increase revenue from the American colonies through measures such as the Tea Act of 1773, which aimed to aid the struggling East India Company by allowing it to sell surplus tea directly to the colonies, thereby undercutting colonial merchants. This policy, however, led to the infamous Boston Tea Party, a significant act of defiance by American colonists. The Boston Tea Party and subsequent punitive measures, including the coercive acts aimed at punishing the Bostonians, further inflamed tensions and pushed the colonies towards open rebellion. North's efforts to quell the unrest through military and legislative means were largely unsuccessful. His reliance on punitive measures rather than conciliation contributed to the escalation of hostilities, culminating in the American Revolutionary War, which began in 1775 with the Battle of Lexington. Throughout the war, North faced immense pressure from both supporters and opponents of the conflict. His leadership was characterized by attempts to balance the demands for a decisive military response with growing calls for negotiation and compromise. Despite his personal reservations about the war, North remained committed to the government's policy of asserting British authority over the colonies. His administration's inability to achieve a swift and decisive victory and significant military defeats, such as Lord Cornwallis's surrender at Yorktown in 1781, ultimately undermined his position. In addition to the American conflict, North's government also dealt with significant domestic issues. He worked to address economic challenges, including managing the national debt and reforming public finances. North's tenure saw efforts to improve administrative efficiency and reduce corruption within the government, although the more significant crisis in America often overshadowed these initiatives. By 1782, the cumulative pressures of the ongoing war and mounting criticism from political opponents led to North's resignation as Prime Minister. His departure marked the end of an era dominated by the American Revolution and its far-reaching consequences for the British Empire. Despite his resignation, North remained an active figure in British politics, serving in various capacities, including as Home Secretary within a coalition government when he collaborated with Charles James Fox, an unlikely alliance given their previous political differences. The coalition government faced significant challenges, including ongoing conflicts in America and internal political divisions. The coalition ultimately collapsed in 1783, marking the end of North's major political influence, but not before the signing of the Treaty of Paris, which ended the American War of Independence. Lord North's legacy is a complex one. He is often remembered for his role in the American Revolution and the eventual loss of the American colonies, a significant blow to British prestige and power. However, his tenure also reflects the immense difficulties of governing an empire during a period of considerable change and upheaval. North's administrative skills and dedication to public service were notable, even if his policies were frequently controversial and ultimately unsuccessful in achieving their aims. Lord Frederick North died on the 5th of August 1792 at his Grosvenor Square, London residence. He was buried near his family estate at All Saints' Church in Roxton, Oxfordshire. Thanks for listening to 5-Minute Biographies. Please check out our other biographies at 5minutebiographies.com and on YouTube at 5minutebiographies.com/YouTube.